All right, with 2023 coming to a close today, I decided to make a run out to a spot that I like to go to sometimes to kind of just sit and clear my head. So I figured I'd film, take you guys along, show you what the view is like up there. And it's pretty cool, so nothing crazy, but just going to be a short little video just to end the year. And like I said, going to go up here and just sit with my thoughts and reflect on how the year went and how I want 2024 to go. So let's go. So it's a pretty mellow, somewhat regularly maintained power line road that we're on today. A lot of traffic out here. It's a very popular spot for people to go riding. Actually, there's some local tour companies that operate out here. If you look up there in the distance, you see some dust, somebody coming down a trail that runs along this one. Past multiple trucks parked in the usual parking area, so there's a lot of people out here, so that's why I don't go screaming fast down these roads, even though I know them pretty well. Try not to go too fast down them, just because you never know. There's a lot of intersections out here, and you never know. Somebody might just pop out of the bushes, whether it be a side-by-side, or my main concern would be dirt bikes and like quads, ATVs, just because if you get in a collision with somebody on one of those, it's not going to be very good for them. Not that it would be any better for somebody in a side-by-side, but at least they have a little more protection. So like I said, I don't go too fast on these roads, even though I know them pretty well. I also like to drive with my radio off so I can hear better. And sometimes, weather permitting, if it's not too cold or too hot outside, I like to drop the windows down as well, just again to be able to hear better, because sometimes you can hear vehicles before you can see them. So just something to think about. It's been a good while since I've been up here this far on this trail, up to this spot that I'm going to. I don't even, actually I'm 100% positive. I don't think I've been up there since I've gotten this truck. So I guess it's gonna be the first time we're going up there in this truck. Definitely not the first time ever. I've been up here probably as many times as I've been to my own house. The irony of that statement being that I'm in my house currently. Anyways, some cool scenery up here. These cool rocks up here. It's a good little camp spot over there too. I haven't camped there, but I have friends that frequent camping out here, riding their dirt bikes all weekend and stuff like that. But yeah, this area up here is really cool. Probably one of the first spots I kind of discovered on my own many years ago, out and about here in one of my old Toyota trucks. But it's a spot I used to like to come to a lot. Like I said, just come sit and reflect, just chill in the silence of nature. It is kind of annoying sometimes. You want to be by yourself and you get out here and get all the way up to the spot we're going to, and there'd be people up there. Like I mentioned earlier, there are local tours, like ATV tours that go on out here, and that's where they take the people up there, show them the view, and then turn around and come back. So sometimes there are a large number of people up there, but if you just hang out for a little bit, they leave, and then you can kind of just sit by yourself with your thoughts, like I tend to do up here. But anyways, don't think there's anything between here and there I need to show you. So when I get closer to the top, I'll pop back on and start filming again, show you what it's like rolling up to the end. So we'll see you up there. Alright, so now we're starting the actual ascent up to the spot, so I'll go ahead and film this. I'm sure you can hear in the background my hanger's still bouncing around. It'll probably be something I take care of later today. Get a small bungee cord and bungee them together so they're not bouncing around. I really hope you guys don't get motion sickness watching stuff too. I realize this is bouncing all over the place. Had some interesting moments coming up this trail. This exact spot here once before, the spot I just passed, was coming up one time, and there was a tour guide and two people that he was taking on a guided adventure, I guess you would call it. And one of them had ran the four-wheeler that they were on off the side of the road into the ditch. I came around the corner and her and her friend were sitting on the side of the trail. One of them was holding her leg. Luckily she wasn't actually injured, she just kind of like took a tumble. But the quad she was on went off the side, and the guide, he was driving a Polaris RS1, which is a single seat side-by-side. I got out and helped him, hooked a strap up to the quad. He got on the quad and put it in four-wheel drive and was coming up the hill, and I was in the RZR and was backing up, pulling him with the strap. Got the quad out, and then they all proceeded to get on their quads and stuff and take off. Don't know whatever happened to her. She seemed fine. She just seemed shaken up like she just took a tumble, but that was interesting for sure. Just around the corner here to the top. Don't want to jinx it, but it doesn't look like anybody's over here. Have arrived. Throw the truck and park, and I will see you outside. Alright, well, I hope the audio quality is good on this. It's not too windy up here, but I am using the new microphones that I just bought. So I'll give you guys a quick little tour of this spot up here. This is an outhouse that, as you can see, many people have shot up, slapped stickers on. Imagine if you came up here, you know, you were sitting in here going to the bathroom, and somebody rolled up and decided to just fill you full of lead while you're taking a dump or going to pee, whatever you're doing in here. I know in the spring there tends to be a lot of bees around here because they like to make hives up in here. Pretty wild. Somebody put a fake snake in the corner. Funny guys, funny guys. Honestly, it just scared the crap out of me before I told you guys about it. I hate snakes. And then obviously you got the radio tower here. Repeater tower, whatever it is. I joke about going to see Megatron sometimes on social media, and this is where I go. I call that thing Megatron. But So now we're going to walk up to here, chill out on these rocks up here, and then look down, enjoy the view. It's probably too cold now, being that it's the end of December. But when I come up here in the springtime, there is a pretty big sized chuckwalla that lives up here on these rocks. If you don't know what chuckwalla is, Google it. It's a lizard. But they get pretty big, and they can be kind of temperamental from what I hear. But the one that's out here is probably, I would say, 18 inches long, the one that I've seen, which is pretty big for a lizard to get in the wild. I would imagine he spends his entire time just chilling in this rock area. Doesn't really venture far from here. Lots of nooks and crannies, places for him to hide. Plenty of bugs to eat. So yeah, like I said, I like to come up to this spot sometimes and just sit up here, specifically on this rock right here, like so. Kind of just put my feet on this little ledge, my butt towards the top, just sit here and look out there and think. Be a lot better view if you didn't have all those solar panels and the mirrors and tower thing out there. For those of you that don't know, that's Prim, and those are solar panels in the solar field right there on this side, and then the far side, those towers that you always see going across state line. So surrounding the towers is a bunch of mirrors, and they reflect the sunlight to the top of the tower, which is filled with water. So it heats it up, boils it, making steam, and then the steam turns turbines, thus creating electricity. One of my former jobs, I used to go out there to fill up their field trucks that they drive around the property on, fill them up with fuel, and then occasionally would have to fill up the emergency generators too. But yeah, pretty cool view up here. Like I said, it's nice and quiet a lot of times. I like to just come up here and think. That's Gene right there. Up and over that hill is the dry lake bed, and then off in the distance, you can't see it right now, but Vegas is that way. Normally pretty nice out here, but Bill Gates is hard at work with these chemtrails, putting up this bull crap in the sky, so blocking out the sun. But yeah, this is what I want to show you. So I'm going to take a few minutes to sit up here and reflect on 2023. I wouldn't call my life super wild ride this year. Definitely some interesting things happened. Not where I thought I'd end up by the end of the year, but that just means I got to work harder to get where I want to be in 2024. And so far, I'm on that path. A lot of that is thanks to you guys that have been subscribing, watching, liking, sharing all my stuff on YouTube. It's not taking off extremely fast, but it's taking off a lot faster than I thought it would, and I appreciate that. So if you're one of those people that have subscribed, thank you. If you've liked my stuff, thank you. If you've shared it, thank you. And just if you've watched it at all, I really appreciate it. And hopefully I can bring you guys some more good content and inspire you to go on more adventures of your own, because that's what this channel is all about, is inspiring you guys to get out in nature and go on your own adventures, because that's what life is about. So I will see you guys in 2024. Take care.